the NFL where we were. Bears killed the Bengals. When the Bengals let the Steelers come back the week before and beat them in that comeback, they were done. You saw it yesterday. They didn't even show up against the Bears. Cardinals beat the Titans. That was bad because the Rams were, the Jaguars were winning. So the Jaguars now are 9-4. How about the Jaguars being 9-4 right now? Chiefs, we told you, beat the Raiders. Chargers killed the Redskins. Good win for the Jaguars yesterday. Really was. Very good win for them. Niners win for the second straight week. And Garoppolo, I told you what I thought of Garoppolo. All he was 20 of 33 for 334 yards and 2-0 on the road in 2 weeks with a 1-10 team. They're going to be very happy in the years to come. Good win for the Panthers, beating the Vikings yesterday as they did. And right now you have Saints at 9-4, Carolina at 9-4, Atlanta at 8-5. That's going to be a race to the finish. Atlanta has the Saints and Carolina the last 2 weeks of the season. Saints are going to get 10 this week, though, because they get the Jets. Carolina gets Green Bay. Atlanta has Tampa Bay this week. Then Atlanta closes at New Orleans and then home to Carolina. That's the next 2 weeks. If Atlanta wins its last three, it wins the division. And they have a tiebreaker over Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, and Dallas. They have tiebreakers over every one of them. So that's where they are with that. And unfortunately for the Eagles, and I really feel badly for them. I really do. Really horrific loss. Packers came back and won that game, so they have a reason to bring Rodgers back, which we touched on. But I really feel for the Eagles. I really do off that game yesterday. And to lose them for the season as they did, it's just heartbreaking. Really is heartbreaking. That game went back and forth and back. Tremendous comeback. Forget the last score. That's meaningless, that last score. But both quarterbacks, I thought, Wentz yesterday did his job. Goff was okay yesterday. He wasn't great yesterday, but he was okay. I just thought it was a good game all the way around. I just thought it was a heck of a football game. Two teams that are improving, and the Eagles, you hate to see that happen to them. You really did. That was a heartbreaking loss in every way. Really heartbreaking loss. Eric in Paramus joins us. What's up, Eric?
Mike, how are you,
Good,
buddy?
what's happening?
Hey, I just calling because I drive a tow truck for 35 years in Jersey, and I've been listening to you from day one, and I just want to wish you the best on future endeavors.
Thank you.
And I want to make 2 quick points. I know you're friends with Steve Mariucci. When the Giants' head coaching position opens up, because, to be honest, they should have fired Spags, too. He sucks. But let me ask you a question. Any chance Steve Mariucci would come to the Giants?
I think his days of coaching are long over. I don't think Mooch would coach anymore.
He was good, though.
Yeah, he was a good coach, but I think he found what he does. I think he's comfortable with what he does. Some guys, I think, don't want to get back in. It can be a grueling life. It's a lot of ups and downs. He's found a real stable thing. I think Gruden has too. And I also think that there's other guys who've done the same thing. They just find places where they're just. I think Cowher has too. Found places where they're comfortable. Mike in Queens, what's up, Mike?
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, what's happening?
Hey, nothing much. So I had a question for you. With the speculation about Matt Harvey, do you think a package or a deal for maybe like a Brad Brock or Tim Beckham would be in the deal? Like Beckham made $278.
I don't see. Listen, I don't really believe. I do not believe they're going to trade him this year because I don't think they can get anything for him right now. I think his value is so low that they need to bring him back for another year. I just don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to be. I just don't think it's going to be worthwhile for him. Elaine and Edison, what's up, Elaine?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good. What's happening?
Before my comment about Stanton, I'm just wondering, are you going to have Ira when?
That's not a real call. Eric in Brooklyn, what's up, Eric?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
What's happening?
No, I want to talk about the Mets. I don't understand why they're not giving Wilmer Flores the second base job. I see all the names that people are talking about, and are they really that much better than Wilmer?
He can't field. Listen, Wilmer's a platoon player. He's a terrific hitter against left-handed pitching. He's not a good fielder. And he might not be an everyday player, but he's a terrific platoon player because he kills left-handed pitching. Andy in the Poconos, what's up, Andy?
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
Good, what's happening?
Hey, as a longtime suffering Mets fan, Giancarlo Stanton being traded to the Yankees. How do you feel as a Mets fan? How do I feel as a Mets fan that why New York, the Mets weren't on the list? And obviously, Sandy Olson is not going to spend any money, but how long is it going to take for the Mets to spend money getting the Madoff thing? Madoff was how many years ago? It's just so frustrating to see the Yankees bring in an MVP, and here we are.
Listen, I don't think that the Mets. The Mets were not on his 4 teams. I don't know that he wouldn't have gone there. His 4 teams were the 4 best teams in baseball, basically. The Astros, the Cubs, the Dodgers, and the Yankees. He left off the Nationals and left off the Red Sox. So they were all winning teams. Again, I don't know where else he would have gone. If I were the Mets, I would have got involved. I would have at least tried, but I don't know that he would have gone there. I really can't say. Steve in Marlboro. What's up, Steve?
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
What's happening?
I was wondering what you think about when the draft comes up. You think the Giants are going to do their old when they go to grab a draft pick? It's somebody that you don't even really care about?
No, I think they're going to absolutely take. First of all, the Giants have a chance now to even be drafted second. I think that the Giants will be taking a quarterback in the draft. Absolutely. I think there's no ifs, ands, or buts. They will be taking a quarterback. I wouldn't even be surprised if they wind up going to the top of the draft for the player if they want him. Doug in Riverhead, what's up, Doug?
Mike, thanks for the 30 years.
Thank you.
Fun. Good ride, baby. Loved every minute of it.
Thank you.
Good job on the Stanton interview. What do you see any outputs contractually? Do you see Ellsbury getting shuttled? Do you see any other moves being made to accommodate Stanton in that capacity?
I think that they will try to trade Gardner and get rid of that $11 million. I think they will try to trade Ellsbury. I think the question is, they're trying to have one eye on the getting under the luxury tax so they can restart the thermostat. I think the question is, how much of the 21.1 can they get a team to take? Can they get somebody? Can they sweeten the pot to a team? Remember, Ellsbury also, on top of everything else, has a no trade. He not only has a terrible contract, he has a no trade clause. So, getting rid of him is virtually impossible. And can they get a team to take half? I think to take half, you'd have to give them a major prospect. To get a team to bite on half of that $68 million, you'd really have to give them something sweet. Ben in Connecticut, what's up, Ben?
Hey, Mike. One of the previous callers actually stole my thunder, but I know you mentioned that the Giants are going to should pick a quarterback.
Oh, I think they
year.
will, for sure.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Do you think that the plan is for them to pick a quarterback and have Eli groom him for a year, 2 years? What do you think
that part I don't know. If I were Eli, I'd make a clean break. I wouldn't do that. I would leave. I'd either ask for my release or I'd ask to be traded. He has a no trade also. I would ask to get out. Listen. They sat Kurt Warner to play him. I think he'd understand if they sat somebody to play him. I think, without any question, that the best thing for him would be for them to take a new quarterback, play him, and move on. The people who were yelling to see Webb, what do you think you're going to learn behind this bunch of, I don't want to be insulting here. They can't block, they can't run, and they dropped more balls than anybody in the league. What young quarterback who's not going to come off his first read, what guy who's not going to see the blitz, what guy with no experience is going to go back there and play well? You're out of your mind if you think you're going to learn anything about him. He's going to throw interceptions like they're going out of style. Plus, they drop everything in sight. Look at the drops they had yesterday. When the game was still right there to be won, look at the drops they had yesterday. It was terrible. Joe joins us. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Mike. First, I just want to thank you. I was a warrant officer in New York. I've been listening to you from day one, and I can't tell you how many times in the field after a tough warrant we would go back in the car and listen to you, and you were as much part of the team as we were. You have no idea.
Oh,
so
thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you. And my second point is I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, and
Right.
I've been thinking since last week. I don't know if it's worth bringing
Doesn't
Rodgers
matter.
back
Doesn't
for the
matter.
remote.
It's not open to debate. He has looked so good. The understanding is that he cannot re-injure it, not any more than anybody else would. He has looked so good. He wants to play. I'll tell you this. I think it's lucky you won yesterday because I think he was going to play anyway. I think even if you lost yesterday, he was going to play. I think he was going to play these 3 games no matter what, because that's how much he wanted to play, and that's how much he expected to be on, to be in the game and playing. That's how much he means to him. And they say in practice he has been tearing it up. So he won't miss a beat. He'll come back and be the best player on the field first minute back. That's who he is. Is it Rue in Newark? Who is it? What is it?
Hey, it's Rui, Mike.
Okay, what's happening?
Weird Portuguese name.
What's happening?
Hey, Mike. Like everybody else, I just want to congratulate
Thank
you.
you.
And say
Thank you.
You know, I've only called you once in my 20-plus years of listening to you, but you just had Adam Graves on.
Yeah, Adam and Larry. And let me thank the Garden, because Larry Johnson and Adam Graves brought me these jerseys, frame. The things they're putting in frames for me. These jerseys, very nice of them. I mean, very nice of them to do that. A lot of the teams have sent me stuff. A lot of the different organizations, leagues, and teams have sent me a whole bunch of stuff. So that's very nice of them all to do that.
Well, let me tell you, Mike, just like you and your charitable efforts, the reason I felt compelled to call is my son, Nicholas, who passed away 4 years ago.
My condolences.
We got to go to the Adam Graves retirement ceremony night in April of 2012.
Right.
And it was it's one of those memories that will never, ever leave me. I used to be an Islander fan. That was the night that I became a Ranger fan. And I've been a Ranger fan ever since, because those guys, and I think everybody says
there is not a better guy that's ever come down the pike in the history of this town who has done more for going to charities, going to events, never says no. And I know a lot of the people very well at the Garden, and they'll tell you, Adam would never turn a charity down. He'd never turn a family down. He'd never turn a kid down. And I'm not going to name any athletes, but there's plenty who would. And I'm telling you, this guy, and wanted no credit, did everything. I can't tell you how many events I saw Adam Graves at. I mean, through the years, he did everything.
Let me tell you what was very special about that night. And Leach and Messier and Bukabum, and those guys were awesome.
And they're all good guys, absolutely.
But that was his night, Mike. That was his retirement night. And you can just imagine how much attention he was commanding. Yet he took the time. He spent like 5 minutes playing air hockey with my son, and I got video of it. And you know what? It's just one of those things. So when you mention Adam Graves and the kind of person he is, man, I just felt compelled to call you.
Well, thank you, because it backs up what I just said about him, and it's true. I mean, they don't come any better than Adam Graves. They really don't. Back after this.